Speaking at a seminar on the European Union's new Indo-Pacific strategy at the Lakshman Kadargama Institute on Thursday, head of the Department of Strategic Studies at the Sir John Kotalawala Defence University, Dr. Harinda Vidanage, touched on the positives that the new strategy brings to Sri Lanka. Dr. Vidanage explained that the EU strategy gives Sri Lanka the much-needed geopolitical manoeuvrability that it needs to assist in its hub status aspirations.
But I also want to outline the significance of the EU strategy. It actually helps small powers like Sri Lanka to break that rigidity. One of the major assets of a strategic autonomy of a small power is its maneuverability. The more we can maneuver, the more we can influence at least outcomes in certain ways. We are comfortable with that. But the current condition we are facing is of absolute rigidity. Well, I think that's a reality that we are facing day in and day out. So it is a positive thing in that context. Number two, it actually kind of helps Sri Lanka, which has always had in the recent past the hub inspiration. We have been identifying ourselves in most government manifestos, election manifestos, government policies, the idea of locating and maintaining Sri Lanka as a hub of all sorts. This is pretty much helped by the new EU strategy. Because the EU strategy entails in detail areas that cooperation is vital and it is willing to engage, which will help Sri Lanka to regain and in a way reimagine the hub that we always wanted to be.
Speaking further, Dr. Vidanage stated that with Sri Lanka being a small player in a large regional power game, the island could benefit from the expanded security cooperation that the EU strategy promises.
Another significant point is that it helps us to expand the security discourse in this country. When you're a small power trapped certainly in a big power rivalrous region, your narrative of security also becomes very much narrow. But I think the EU has brought back to a certain extent the values, the norms, what the EU always represents, and that is the broadening and deepening of the security discourse. So this is significantly entailed in this strategy. I think that's also a plus point from a perspective of a small power. And that will help Sri Lanka to kind of experience the expansion and enhanced security cooperation that it really needs. We are living in, as I said, a seriously weaponizing region, and serious money has been spent. All the countries around us, India, Pakistan, Indonesia, Singapore, you name it, is putting billions of dollars into modernization of militaries and modernization of security capability. One of the biggest challenges Sri Lanka is facing, we have a great professionalized armed services security sector, but we are lagging the modernization aspect of our assets. We are very much still based on legacy system. So we still talk about maritime security, we talk about air domain superiority, but that we can't match with the legacy systems that are in place. So we really need that help, especially in the areas of things like cyber security and space security, which are areas that we really need. When I talk about cyber, it's not just the tech, it's also the political warfare, the hybrid aspect which the EU strategy entails. So we really need support in that aspect as well.